All right, so welcome to Unfinished Friday. Thanks for jumping on today. As I had mentioned to the group here, we the person that was going to speak, I reached out to them and I texted them this week, and I never heard back from them. And I was like, wow, that they're just kind of ghosted me. And then I looked at my phone. I'm like, yeah, I texted the wrong number. So I had put on Facebook that I had canceled Unfinished Friday, but I knew there were some people that would get on today. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about. So we have about a month and a half till the end of the year. It's absolutely insane to think that it's that close. But what I usually think of as we get towards this time of year is kind of that goal setting for next year. And so I want to open this up today and have some of you share just a few minutes here because this time goes fast on what you do to set goals. And so I'm just going to run around the screen here. Again, just take a couple minutes so we all have a chance to kind of share. So Cheryl, I'm gonna start with you today. So
Great.
what are some things that you do to set goals and to accomplish those?
I I well, for one, I look back at I kind of deal in seasons. So I look back at last season and or I might look back at a year ago because then, it's spring and fall and fall. Um, and then decide how, what my increase will be and then kind of break it down by month. So that um, I have a way that I can focus myself and plan it out that way.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Yeah, like I said, it'll be just kind of quick little ideas to share. So Doug, how about you?
I tell you what, my big thing is always find a book, and somebody has did this book for me. It's called The Sales Bible: 110 Commandments of Sales Success. And well, I was really surprised because it really went along with the other goal I was doing, which I have a board up here. They say put on your bathroom mirrors, stickies, little stickies. I have one, two, three, four, five goals that are daily goals. One, it has a goal of a annual income, a goal of a certain promotion. One of them is a goal to learn Japanese. Another one is a to protect one family per day with Legal Shield and ID Shield or business, and to make a new friend every day. And that last one, make a friend every day, is really what this book's about. It talks about quit selling and start building relationships. So these are like the business cards from this week. I I go to Chamber of Commerce, I go Center Spear, I go restaurants, I go wherever, and there may be half of this, but out of this, I've actually made three or four really good friends. And it was really funny. I was sitting down with this one guy. His name's Clay. He's an health insurance, and we're just having a good cup of coffee and talking. Yes, we talked to each other, but we were 2 or 3 feet away. And at the end of it, he goes, "Hey, could you tell me about what you do?" I'm, oh my gosh. If you build a friend, they will actually ask you what you do.
That's good. That's good.
That's my takeaway. Build
Awesome.
relationships. And get
Couldn't
some sticky notes and put them on the bathroom mirror or someplace where you have to look at them every.
I, I like it. I like it. Thanks, Doug. Aaron, let's jump over to you. What is something that you do to set and achieve goals?
Sure. So I look at everything compoundly, and I keep a calendar notebook throughout the whole year. And so I'm constantly working on my goals throughout the year, professionally and spiritually and fitness wise and personally. So I just put them all together, and I work weekly, monthly, and every 90 days and reassess each of those times. And everything is written in it's like a planner or calendar. So then at the end of the year, starting about now, I go back throughout the year and see where we've been through all of those different avenues and where I wanted to be, what goals I've hit, what goals I didn't, and then I start moving forward into the next year, either moving goals that I need to a different date, because it's okay if you don't meet them, you just move them. I've had to train myself on that. And then start adding more goals based upon whatever it is that I want to achieve in those areas. So I monopolize the calendar planner a lot, old school, writing it down.
Good,
Thanks,
good.
John.
So have you read the book? I think it's like the 3-month year or something like that, or there's a book. What you talked about is the 12-week year. So
Wow.
you must have written it because you set your goal for the year, then you break it down by quarter, and then
Yeah.
and then when you start, you focus on that quarter. And because you know how, like, if you set a goal to lose 20 pounds this year or whatever, and you get through 6 months of the year and you haven't done anything, you're like, okay, I can still do this, right? You go another 3 months and you're like, okay, I could still probably do this. And then you either abandon the goal or you really work hard and you achieve it. And so what this does is it gets you thinking in quarters of the year instead of 1 year. So it puts more urgency on the goal. So
And Aaron, just to
I've
piggyback,
good.
been
to
real.
to piggyback on what Aaron just said, I took what do you call it, mastermind class. And what they did, what you did at your calendar, let's say that you had 10 things that you had to do every day that were to improve yourself. You give yourself a score. If you did all 10, you got 100. If you did 8, you get 80. And your goal is to have 80% per week and then report that to somebody, what you've done. And so it's that accountability too. So what you're doing is awesome.
That's good. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize I wrote that book.
That's good.
You're not seeing any of that money coming in, are you?
And I love old
Yeah.
school writing it down too.
Yeah, mine's on the wall. I have a big calendar up there on my wall.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Aaron.
Thank you,
John,
Aaron.
I know you've got some insight.
Yeah,
And I want to say, for those of you that didn't hear, John and his wife celebrated their 60th anniversary yesterday, and actually I think they're celebrating all week and maybe all month. But
all year. No,
Yeah, it's a
thank you. Well, most of you know I've spent 9.5 years with Leadership Resources, which is an LMI affiliate. So I'm all about, and Aaron, what an awesome job. It's about setting goals. And I use the wheel of life, the 6 areas of the wheel of life. And Aaron with an A knows this. And I write out goals every month or review and update my goals every month. And so the 6 areas are spiritual and ethical, home and family, financial and career, mental and educational, physical and health, and social and cultural. And every month, not to be anal, I write out those goals. And I track them. Do I do it every day? No. And to your point about 80%, that's my goal. When it comes to analyze this time of year, to Aaron's point, is a good time to reflect on what's gone well. And of course, we've had a very unique year. The goals we maybe set last December, many of those are like, they're out the window. But then we've rewritten goals and we've taken a new approach, a new creative way to solve some of those problems or achieve some of those goals. So we don't know what the next 6 months or 12 months, but it doesn't mean we say, oh, I'm just going to sit and wait and see. We plan our goals. We plan our life. Will we hit it 100%? No. Will we have to substitute or modify goals quarterly or monthly? Yes. But you still take a positive approach and plan. And so Karen and I, we do this together. Maybe that's why we're still hanging around with each other. We've been doing that for probably 6, 7, 8 years now. When I started going to Leadership Resources, in each of those 6 areas, how much time do we spend with Ken? Well, we had planned to travel quite a bit to Michigan and Wisconsin, where most of our families live now. Well, that didn't happen. We did in October take a trip, and I'll back up in it. But analyze what's worked well, what hasn't worked. Are there goals that you didn't accomplish, to Aaron's point, that you want to move forward? And say, those are the goals. Is there 1 or 2 goals in there when you look at it back and say, they don't make sense? You know, they did at the time, scratch those off. What haven't we done that we want to build on next year? And then my number 1 little one-liner is, and I'll end with this, remember it's progress, not perfection. And Chuck, what I put on my wall is my name tag, so I know who I am when I get up in the morning. On my mirror.
John is a dyslexic 18-year-old.
Yes.
So, now I have the privilege of meeting with John just about every day. We
Oh, wow.
FaceTime just about every morning.
Yep.
And so this is legit. I mean, he's not just saying it. He writes everything down. He sets goals. I love his one of the things that John says is he doesn't retire, he repurposes. And I love that.
Going through another repurpose right now.
Right. So I mean, I would, as far as goal setting, I kind of shared what I look at is that what I found helpful was that book, the 12-week year, and it just got you in a mindset of a little more just urgency to, because you can have, even in a quarter, you can have a down week, but you can't have very many of those. You've got to get up and keep pressing forward. And you're not going to always hit those goals. But if you're working at it every day, you've got that urgency. You're going to hit more of your goals than not. And then at the end of that quarter, it suggested, if I remember correctly, that you take a day off, celebrate it. I mean, just take that day off to kind of reflect on what you did. Maybe take that day or a couple days to really focus in on the next quarter, on the goals that are in front of you for that. So not only driving hard to get to those goals that you've set, but also taking the time to enjoy what you've accomplished. So that would be my 2 cents on that. So unless I think we're a little past the time, unless anyone's got maybe one other thing they want to add, but
of course, I always do, Aaron. The other thing I would encourage each of us to do is to have that accountability partner, accountability person, a friend, a mentor, a mentee, whatever, that you can sit down with. Aaron has his own, what he calls accountability board of directors. There's 4 of us. Once a quarter, we sit down, and it's turned out that now he created it. And the neat thing is we are now accountability partners to each other. There's 4 of us. We started out supporting him and encouraging him with goals and setting direction at his request. And it has turned into a peer mentoring group of 4 of us that we sit down and we're honest with each other. If one of us has to kick the other guy in the butt or encourage them, then you do it. Anyway, sorry, I'll just end with that. That's another thing that helps hold you accountable to achieve your goals.
Yep, accountability is key, for sure. All right, well, thanks for jumping on today, and we'll have an awesome speaker next week, and look forward to seeing you. Finish strong this today, and have a great weekend.
All right. Thank you guys.
All right. Blessings, everybody.
See you guys later. Bye.
All right, bye.